What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, Order 66 Collections. On today's video, we are going to do another fun video. So this is officially my first video of 2024. Once again, guys, want to wish you a happy new year. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I hope that you guys are having a phenomenal start to your 2024. Today's video, we are going to do a little bit something similar to last video. So obviously on my last video, I did pretty much a tier list of all of the figures that were released in 2023. We went from elite to great to good to average to below average. Today we're going to be doing something similar. So we're going to review pretty much what are the top 10 figures coming in 2024 by Hot Toys. Before I do start with the ranking, I do want to go ahead and make sure that I kind of reiterate what the criteria is here and what we're going to be doing, so that way there's no confusion. So the first thing is I only collect Marvel, DC, and Star Wars figures. So obviously there's going to be some figures here that there's going to be some figures that might be missed from the video that you guys might think from other franchises. But again, I want to reiterate, I only collect Marvel, DC, and Star Wars, so it's only going to be from those three franchises. Also, these figures are going to be ones that will be released throughout the year. So they might have been announced in 2023. Well, actually, most of them are going to be announced in 2023, right? But these are figures that we as collectors, especially here in the US, we expect them to get throughout the whole year. There's going to be some figures here that some of you guys have already received, right? Because you guys live closer to Hong Kong and to the Hot Toys corporate office. Us here in the United States, we haven't received those figures, so we expect them to receive throughout the year 2024, and those are the figures that I am going to be putting in my ranking. As usual, if you guys have any opinions different to mine, if you guys want to share what your opinions are, if you guys disagree with me, I totally respect that. Feel free to leave a comment on this video. Let me know what do you think about my ranking. There's going to be some controversial decisions here. There's going to be some decisions of mine that you guys won't be happy about, but again, I do believe that this is the reason why we made these lists, right? So that way we can each share our opinions on the figures, right? One thing that I want to reiterate is that there is no bad figures here. There is no bad decisions here. I think we all just happen to have different opinions. But again, let me go ahead and get started with the ranking. I don't want to spend too much time on the introduction. Let's go ahead and get started on the ranking. Let me go ahead and announce, start on the video. So first things first is the figures that we're not expecting in 2024. So these figures right here, they've been announced. I've purchased them. All these four figures have a expected shipping time between October of 2024 and March of 2025 per Sideshow. Me personally, because of the quality of the figures, and all four of them are fantastic. That is Batman, the 2.0 version from the Batman vs Superman movie. We of course have Tobey's Spider-Man 3 with the symbiote suit, or the black suit, whatever you guys want to call it. We also have Wanda with the rooted hair, the artisan edition, or the artisan edition, however you guys want to call it, from Avengers Endgame. And then we have the Iron Man suit, Mark 6, if I'm not mistaken. Mark 4, my apologies. Mark 4 from Iron Man 2. This is a quarter scale figure. All these four figures, I've purchased them. All four figures, I believe, would belong on this list, but I don't believe that they will be released on 2024. I think all four figures have a high demand, and I feel like Hot Toys, knowing them, they're going to delay these figures, so I don't expect them to be released throughout the year, right? So for me, they're going to be in 2025, but we'll see. I might be mistaken, right? So just wanted to go ahead and clear out that these four figures will not be on the list, because I don't expect them to be shipped throughout the year. So first, we're going to go ahead and do three honorable mentions. The first one, and again, we're going to start getting controversial, but again, this is the part of, it's part of this, it's part of these videos. Again, I can only choose 10. There's so many to choose from. There's so many great figures coming throughout the year. I feel so bad because I had to leave some that I really did not want to leave out. But again, too bad, right? Again, there's nothing that I can do. So the first honorable mention is going to be another Wanda. It's going to be the Scarlet Witch from the Multiverse of Madness. This figure, I have purchased it. I do have the deluxe version. I would be expecting it. I would be expecting this figure to be delivered pretty soon. I cannot wait for me to get this figure. This figure is absolutely awesome. It's got a lot of great accessories, especially that magic kind of spell effect behind her on that first image. The red eyes, the face sculpt, it is absolutely beautiful. I already have the Wanda from the WandaVision series, and the face sculpt is really good. It does look like Elizabeth Olsen. I believe this one is even better, right? And the suit is also better. Her facial expression is so awesome, but I don't have her in my top 10, and the reason why is because I believe that there's been so many Scarlet Witches released throughout the years from so many different movies. As great as the figure is, I don't have that excitement as I do for other figures that are going to be on the list. So again, great figure. I want to make it clear, I'm very excited, love it, but not in my top 10. Next, we're going to do the red and blue Spider-Man suit version. This is for Tom Holland. We get a newly refined head sculpt, which looks exactly as Tom Holland in the movie. Best head sculpt for Tom, without question. The suit is fantastic. It obviously is the original color suit. It looks great. It comes with that base. Yes, it's been purchased, and I believe it should be released in early 2024. But again, does not grab my top 10. Kind of similar to Wanda. It's a figure that we've pretty much, there's like, I would say at least 7 or 8 Tom Holland figures, right? So at this point, yes, I'm excited. I can't wait. The figure's going to be awesome. But it's like, again, that excitement is not there, right? So that's why it's an honorable mention to me. And again, just look at the 2 figures that we've already reviewed. Fantastic figures, and they don't even crack my top 10. That's how many great figures Hot Toys has for us for this upcoming year. Next, it's going to be the Green Goblin, the upgraded suit. This figure, some of you guys have already received it. Us here in the United States, we haven't yet. This figure will be pretty much released soon. I cannot wait for me to get this guy. This guy, again, another fantastic figure. On my tier list in my previous video, I had him on the great tier list, so it is a fantastic figure. But for me, it does not crack the top 10. The reason why, and by the way, looking at these images, I think it is a new head sculpt. It's not the same head sculpt as the one for the original suit. This does look like an older Goblin, an older Willem Dafoe. I think the head sculpt is even better. This one is even much better. So, but again, maybe I'm just looking at this different. Maybe whenever we get this figure and we compare it to the old Goblin, it's going to be the same head sculpt. But again, he just looks different for some reason. Phenomenal figure. God, I wish I could have put him in the top 10. But for me, I'm always going to have a special heart for the original suit. Just kind of like the nostalgia. I know I'm not supposed to let that kick in, right? But I guess if it would have had the helmet included, it would have cracked the top 10 for me, because the helmet to me is the favorite part of the suit. And obviously they decided not to go with that in the movie, in the end scene. It's not a bad thing, but me personally, I've always been a big fan of the helmet. So again, the Goblin does not crack the top 10. I wish he would have, but I just cannot put him there. But these are my 3 honorable mentions. Again, I'm sure some of you guys are going to be offended. I completely understand that, but just know what you guys are about to see. You'll see why I don't have these in my honorable mentions. And by the way, at the end of the video, I'm going to mention some of the figures that didn't even make the list that are so good that I wish would have made it. But these are my honorable mentions. Let's go ahead and get started with the top 10, okay? So at 10, we have this beast. We have this monstrosity, if that's even a word. We have Venom from the Spider-Man 2 video game. This figure, I did do a preview video on my YouTube channel if you guys want to take a look at it. I mentioned it on that video that I was very excited because of how big the figure is, and I went ahead and posted that 3rd image right there showing him the comparison to Miles Morales and to the advanced suit of Peter. This guy, the reason why he's in my top 10, he's just massive. the hype. I cannot wait for me to get this guy and compare him to figures like Carnage and Venom and Thanos and my Dark Side from I think it's So Toys, or you know, I can't wait because like he's so huge that it's like I can't even comprehend how big this figure is or how big he's going to be. He looks so scary. He looks so massive. The reason I guess I didn't put him higher is because he doesn't come with a lot of accessories, which is completely understandable, right? He didn't really have a lot of things to go with. I guess, you know, also the other 9 figures that I have left are so good that it's like I can't put him any higher. I wish I could, but I can't. I just can't. But either way, he does crack my top 10 because of how massive and how scary this figure is. And again, we're never going to get another Venom from a video game. I believe so. I might be wrong, but again, how many Venoms can we get? I mean, we haven't even gotten a Spider-Man 3 Venom, right? So it's one of those things where it's like we rarely get Venom figures. We've only gotten the Tom Hardy one. So that's why my excitement is there, because we finally get another figure that's not Tom Hardy. And this guy actually has presence. He has scary all over him. So definitely a figure that I am definitely looking forward to. So he is number 10 in my list. Number 9, I have the Batman Armory. So this figure, this whole set, I have it all purchased. Everything has been purchased, so pretty much it's Christian Bale as his regular human being self, I guess, if you want to put it that way, with the whole suit, the whole armory, as you guys can see there on that second image with LED lights. That thing looks so awesome. I cannot wait for me to get this guy. Now, also the reason why I'm excited about it, some of you guys might not be, but the reason why I'm excited, again, I currently don't own a regular, an original Christian Bale figure. Obviously, I have the gray and blue suit, which I will be doing the unboxing soon. But the fact that I don't have this guy, and again, the fact that it comes with an armory and all of the accessories that are included with the armory, I cannot wait for me to review this guy. He looks fantastic from these images. He should be released pretty soon as well in the next upcoming months. So stay tuned in for that. I will be definitely doing an unboxing video and a review of everything that comes included with this guy. So very excited to get him. So for me, this guy belongs in the top 10. I have him at number 9. So, again, just my opinion, right? But I'm very excited to get this guy for sure. Number 8, we're gonna do the Batman modern suit. This is from The Flash, the movie, with, of course, Mr. Michael Keaton as returning back as Batman. I can't tell you guys how happy I was to see him, even though I wasn't born whenever he was in the movies. I did grow up watching this guy in those original movies in the 80s. The reason why I'm excited, number 1, the suit looks phenomenal. As you guys can see right there with the cowl, looks perfect. And his face sculpt, it is exactly as Michael Keaton, one of the best face sculpts you'll see, by Hot Toys. Everything looks fantastic. The rolling eyes, he looks exactly as he was in the movie. They did a fantastic job with this guy. He looks great. I have no complaints about him to start off, and he is definitely a guy that I'm looking for. Again, the historical meaning as well. We're really never gonna get another Michael Keaton figure like this. So the fact that he's been released and how great he looks on this image, no questions, to me, has to be in the top 10. I am very excited to go ahead and receive him. Now, the reason I don't have him higher, you guys will see there's another figure here in my rankings that will make sense as to why I don't have this guy a little bit higher. And also he doesn't come with a lot of accessories. He does come with a nice base, as you guys can see there on the third image, that looks really, really good. But to me, what convinces me is the cowl, the suit, how great it looks, and of course the face sculpt to Michael Keaton. So to me, he is in my top 10. Number 7 is a figure that was just announced yesterday. He is finally ready. This guy is, without question, more of an emotional pick for me than a mental one. This guy, I've said it before in my previous videos, I am in my mid-20s. I grew up with the Raimi Spider-Man movies. This guy is my favorite character in movies, TV shows, animated series, movies, video games, whatever you want to call it. Tobey Maguire is Tobey Maguire Spider-Man is my favorite character of all time of any franchise. This guy, I just have a sentimental connection to him, to his character. You guys should have seen me at the theater whenever he was back in No Way Home. I definitely was not ready for that, and it was a very emotional movie for me. Just seeing this guy, getting all those memories as a kid. I'm sure that a lot of you guys agree with me. But let me say this. If it wasn't for that emotional connection, I'm not sure I even put him in my honorable mentions. Let me explain why. I've seen the images. These are the images from from Sideshow's website, but of course I've seen the images from the Hot Toys website whenever they announced the figure. I don't know what they did to the head sculpt, but they made it worse than what the prototype had. I don't know what they did to it. It looks weird. It's not ugly, but it's weird. And then of course they did the black lenses. They're supposed to be silver gray. They're not black. At least the spiderweb lines on his mask, they're perfect. They're not the way that it was in the movie, all CGI'd. They really messed up my guy here. But well, either way, again, I don't want to get too negative about the figure. Also, it doesn't come with a lot of accessories. It does come with that huge base of Sandman, which is going to be really, really fun. But he doesn't come with a lot of things, which is understandable, because what really can you include with this guy? This guy is just all spider webs and different hand poses. He doesn't really come with a lot of different tech things and things like that, like Tom Holland's Spider-Man. So I guess I really can't complain about that. But again, the fact that they did the face sculpt a little bit worse. Again, if we're just talking about the quality of the figure, he probably doesn't belong on this list. But just the emotional connection, the fact that we're finally gonna get a Toby figure by Hot Toys, without a doubt, this guy has to be in the top 10. Again, yes, he's been announced for a while now, but again, he hasn't been released to us customers, so that's why to me this figure belongs in the top 10. Fantastic figure. I'm glad that we finally got the Spider-Man 3 black suit figure as well, which you guys saw on my first slide. But yes, this guy has to be in the top 10, no question about it. Excited to finally get him. Honestly, once I do the video, guys, I might probably get emotional throughout the video, but yes, he's in the top 10, number 7 for me. Number 6, speaking of symbiote suits and Venom and Spider-Man, we have this beauty. We have Peter Parker with the black suit, with the symbiote suit from the Spider-Man 2 video game. Without question, this guy has to be on the list. This guy looks fantastic. He looks beautiful. The suit looks great. The fact that it comes with that second head sculpt that has pretty much his normal suit kind of being haunted, or I guess kind of being taken over by the Venom symbiote, that's what makes this figure so good. It of course comes with his mechanical arms in the back, and the suit looks great. As you guys can see, it seems to have that same feeling kind of like to Tom Hardy's Venom, right? If I guess the feel, obviously once we get the figure we'll review that and we'll see how the suit feels, but no question, to me this guy has to be the top 10. I have him at number 6 because the next 5 are going to be even better in my personal opinion, but no question about it, I am very excited to get this guy. He looks great. If only we can get Tom Holland, if he ever becomes a symbiote suit, if we can only get him to be this way, it would be so awesome. But without question, this guy has to be in the top 10. I have him at number 6. Cannot wait to get him. Now we get into the top 5. So number 5, another figure that has already been released to most customers, but us again here in the US, we have not received them yet. We should receive him very soon, although I just got a notification by Sideshow saying that the guy has been delayed, so well, not excited about that, but again, eventually we'll get him, and I am very excited to do so. I do want to reiterate, I unfortunately did not get the bat cycle nor the lighting effect or the lighting piece. Hopefully I'm able to find a way to get those. Right now they're sold out on Sideshow's website. I eventually do want to get those extra pieces, but I don't have them purchased yet. I do have purchased the figure in a deluxe version. I am so excited to get this guy as well. He comes with a lot of things. things. The likeness to Robert Pattinson is really, really good. Also, the suit is great. He's Batman, of course, so he has to be on the list. A lot of things make me want to want to get this guy, so he has to be in the top 5. Also, are we ever are we gonna get another Robert Pattinson figure? Most likely with the second movie coming up, we should, but we're not gonna get a lot of versions of him. So this guy, Hot Toys went out and did a lot of things for this figure, so definitely excited to go ahead and get him soon. So for me, in the top 5, again, I'm sure some of you guys will disagree. Maybe he belongs higher, maybe he belongs lower, right? But to me, he's number 5. Number 4 is one that you guys might not be happy about, and it's going to be Iron Man. We have the Mark 6, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sorry, I'm not good with Roman numerals. We have Mark 6, the 2.0 version with the suit up gantry. Let me explain why I have him in the top 4, because I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to be like, are you kidding me? This guy has Iron Man when they release 15 Iron Mans a year. Let me explain. For those of you guys who have watched my videos, you guys know I don't have an original Iron Man suit by Hot Toys. I only have the Neon Tech suit. I have the Mark III from ZD Toys, and then I have the classic Iron Man that I just received from the comics. So I have yet to have a Tony Stark / Robert Downey Jr. Head sculpt. Now, let me be clear. As you guys can see from the head sculpt, it looks kind of weird. It looks a little bit goofy. Again, it is the prototype. Maybe the final result will be a little bit better, especially since they seem to keep updating Robert Downey Jr.'s face sculpt. Seems like Hot Toys just wants to reach perfection when it comes to this guy. This head sculpt to me is a little kind of off. It's not as great as others. Hopefully they can get that better, but without question, to me, the thing that puts this guy in my top 4 is that suit up gantry, without a doubt. As you guys can see right there with the steps and the circular things around him that pretty much take off his suit piece by piece with the LED lights. I cannot wait to display this guy. This thing looks absolutely awesome. Number 1, Iron Man is always a great figure. He's a figure that has a lot of accessories. The suit is amazing. So already that's going to be a great thing to review, but of course, to me, it's the suit up gantry that does it for me, that puts him in the top 4. And again, it's also the fact that I don't have other Iron Man figures that pretty much makes me put this guy here. I feel like if I probably had other Iron Man figures like some of you guys, I feel like I would probably not have put this guy in my top 10. Maybe he would have just been an honorable mention. But again, my history with these figures, it makes me want to put this guy at number 4. Very excited, cannot wait to do an unboxing and review with you guys. Want to reiterate, this figure is from the Avengers movie, the first one, pretty much with that scene at the beginning, and also when he fights Loki. So great figure, cannot wait. For me, he belongs in the top 4. Number 3, and this is going to be a 3.1, and I'll explain why. So obviously, as you guys were able to see, I believe at 7 or 8, I had the Michael Keaton figure from The Flash. But that's the reason I put him in the top 8 or 7, because this guy to me belongs in the top 3. And that is Michael Keaton's Batman, but now the original version from the 1989 movie. This figure is just absolutely awesome. The only complaint is that they did not do a younger head sculpt for Michael Keaton. That's my only issue that I have with this figure. Other than that, everything is perfect. It has different face, different half face, accessories. We have a serious face, we have a bloodied up face. The cowl looks fantastic. The suit looks as it is in the movie. The base, it's absolutely awesome. And the reason why he is in my top 3 is because, again, I put 3.1 because 3.2 would be this beauty. We have also the Batmobile that comes in the movie, so I went ahead and purchased both pieces, so both the figure and the Batmobile as well. Both of them were released at the same time, so definitely took my chances in purchasing both of these things. I am so excited to go ahead and get both of them. That's why it's in my top 3, because both things come together. So it's a combination of things. I feel like if it was just a figure, he would have cracked my top 10, but possibly not the top 5. But the fact that he comes with the Batmobile, I have to put him in my top 3. Both things look so fantastic and so legit. So excited to get this guy reviewed with you guys. I feel like we should get him soon as well. So again, cannot wait for that. For me, no question about it. With the whole combo set, he belongs in the top 3. The top 2, this guy, no question. Whoever is doing top 10 videos, this guy has to be on your list. No questions needed. The only reason why I guess I would forgive you guys for not putting him in the top 10 is because you just didn't purchase it. Obviously, this guy was a Hot Toys exclusive version, so some of you guys did not get the chance to get it. Maybe some of you guys went with the in-art version instead. Me personally, I like this version a lot of Hot Toys, and it's with the rooted hair, the artisan edition. Fantastic figure, phenomenal. He looks so legit. Without question, the best Heath Ledger Joker that Hot Toys has ever released. Pricing was very difficult, right? Very expensive, but he came with so many accessories, the look to the Joker, the historical meaning to that Joker. A lot of people believe this is the best Joker we have ever seen. To me, I would go with the Joaquin Phoenix's version, but again, both of them are fantastic Jokers. Great Jokers. This guy, I love him also from the Christian Bale movies. So without question, this guy has to be in the top 10. I have him at number 2 because of the rooted hair, because of how beautiful the suit looks, because of the accessories, because of his face sculpt to Heath Ledger. Everything is so awesome. I cannot wait to get this guy. He has to be in my top 10, and I have him at number 2 because of how great he looks. But he's not number 1. Number 1, without question, honestly, to me, this one was easy. Number 1 has to be this man right here. This absolute beauty of a figure. Without question, to me, the best head sculpt that I've ever seen Hot Toys make. And it is Anakin Skywalker from Revenge of the Sith. This figure, I've never seen such likeness by Hot Toys. Obviously, there's other companies who do the same thing, who do fantastic jobs at doing head sculpts, statues, and things like that. But Hot Toys really went out with this one, and unexpected announcement. I remember whenever they first announced it, nowhere near did I expect them to release an Anakin, especially a re-release from Revenge of the Sith. Now they did. All that you can hope for is that they release maybe a Kenobi, a Palpatine, maybe a Yoda. Who knows, right? But for now, we have this guy right here. I really can. I lose words trying to describe this guy. He has both lightsabers, which is the red and the blue, of course, especially from that fight against Count Dooku. Whenever he takes his lightsaber away, the base, it's really nice as well. But no question, like, the thing that that does it for me is the head sculpt, the rooted hair, his eyes, the scar, the skin texture, his outfit. Everything is perfect for me when it comes to this guy. No complaints. I mean, the only possible thing that I could possibly say is that the hair isn't long enough. It's like maybe an inch or two short, but I'm just being picky at this point. I'm being picky. I'm just trying to find something to hate on him, but I really can. This guy looks fantastic. Best figure without question that I've seen Hot Toys release, and I cannot wait to get him. So excited. Another thing that they possibly could have done is that they should have done the same thing that they did with whenever they released the Revenge of the Sith figures, and that's do a second head sculpt with his Sith eyes. That would have possibly been really cool. Maybe even like a sweaty version in that fight against Obi-Wan. That would have been pretty awesome as well. But again, being picky as always. Again, I really can't complain about this figure. This figure, without question, is an amazing announcement by Hot Toys. Very excited to get him. Both him and the Joker have expected release times between, I think it's July or August to December. So I do expect us to get them in this year, especially because we since it's a Hot Toys exclusive, there's not that many figures to do. So that's why I feel like we should get both of these guys throughout the year. Trust me, once we get them, we will definitely do an unboxing and review video here on this channel. So cannot wait to do that. So that is going to be my top 10, guys. I know that there's a lot of controversial decisions. I definitely missed some guys. The guys that to me I missed, so you can go with Thor, with his version from the Thor Love and Thunder with that blue and gold suit. To me, I'm very excited about that figure as well, but to me he doesn't make it. We got Obi-Wan from the Kenobi series. We have 2 Vader figures that are being released as well. We have the one from Return of the Jedi for the 40th anniversary. We have that one, and then also his version from the Kenobi series. Those 2 could have made it as well. There's a Bane, a Catwoman, Black Adam. So many figures that I could have possibly put on this list. It pains me that I wasn't able to, but again, I hope that you guys understand that it's hard to put, again, that's why we do a top 10 list, because some guys are just not going to make it, some figures are not going to make it, and that's okay. Again, it doesn't mean that the figures are bad, it doesn't mean that I don't like the figures or that I dislike them. It's just that, again, they're not great enough for me to go ahead and make my top 10, right? But that's pretty much my my list. If you guys want to dispute any of my decisions, feel free to do so. I encourage you guys to leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. If you have your own top 10, hey, feel free to leave it on the comment section as well. I will definitely respond back to all of you guys. Again, I feel like this is the point of these videos, for us to have conversations, for us to kind of agree and disagree on the list. All that I could ever ask for, guys, is for you guys to be nice about it. Again, respect the fact that all of us have different opinions about them. I am aware that I could be wrong about some of these figures, and who knows, maybe you guys will convince me otherwise. Maybe you guys will convince me that a certain figure doesn't belong, or maybe a certain figure does belong. So I'm all open ears. Again, feel free to leave a comment, let me know what you guys think about it. I will definitely listen to those opinions. Before I do end the video, guys, I do want to go ahead and let you know what's coming up next for my channel. So obviously we did the top 10 figures coming soon here for this year. I have a couple of preview videos. I have Batman the 2.0 from the Batman vs Superman movie, which here he is on the left image. I'm not sure why I haven't done a preview video yet. Apologies about that. This guy has been released for weeks now and I haven't even done a video yet, so apologies about that, but I definitely will do a preview video soon. Also for the I think it's Sakarian Iron Man. I do not know how to pronounce that word, I'm sorry about that, guys. But that version from the What If season 2 series that's been released by Hot Toys, we'll definitely do a review video about that, but I have to do my homework before I do that because I haven't seen how he actually looks. And then we also have the Mark II Iron Man figure that was just announced a couple of days ago, so we're definitely gonna go ahead and do a preview video about that figure as well. We have 2 unboxings coming up. We have the Batman the gray and blue suit, and also the Miles Morales Spider-Man figure. And then finally, once I'm all done with that, we should do my first ever collection tour, which has been so overdue. My apologies, guys, that I haven't done it yet. I should have done it so long ago, but again, since I had to build up that new setup, and again with these figures and the end of the year and things like that, it's been a little bit delayed, but I promise you guys it will be posted before the month ends, so stay tuned in for that. Again, want to remind you that if it is the first time that you are visiting my channel, welcome to my channel. It is an honor to have you on. Feel free to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and also hit the notifications bell so that way you stay updated with anything that I'll be posting in the near future. For those of you guys who are already subscribed, thank you so much for the support, guys. It truly means a lot. Every support, all the support that I received on each video. Some of you guys' comments are so nice and so supportive. Honestly, I cannot thank you enough. It truly means everything to me. Everything that you guys do for me. None of this is possible without you guys. So thank you for that. Want to remind you that I am on Instagram and TikTok. If you guys don't mind adding me there, so that way you guys stay updated also with images that I post there. I also post stories of the videos that I will be, posting in the near future. So all three links are connected. Those links are on the description of this video. But for now, guys, this is going to be it for this top 10 list of the upcoming figures in 2024. I want to thank you guys for tuning in and for being part of this amazing channel, and I will see you next time.